Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. And welcome back to the OLR podcast with Lucas and DK. I'm Lucas, and that's DK over there.
Every time.
Every time we are. We're a week late. Too much going on last week. Didn't get an opportunity to do it. But we're back this week with Ask OLR.
Number 3, the third.
Third edition.
The third and not final.
I thought you was going to say final edition. I thought, I'll be damned. He's springing this on me after we've got done here, after we got started.
The final One Lane Road podcast you'll ever hear.
Last one. It's just a joke, folks.
The Ask OLR is always fun.
Yeah.
They're always, and we got a ton today.
Ton of questions.
So there ain't going to be catching up,
kinda
asking. Nobody really gives us a shit what we do about our week anyway. We don't really care that I have ball games. They don't care that you work out. Well, they don't care about us. They're only here for our, all the bad stuff.
Well, let's hear the bad stuff then. Let's get to it. Straight to it. We're going to jump straight in, folks, because DK's got a cookout to go to today, which I'm assuming is an Easter cookout. Is that
it's right? Easter cookout, kids and eggs, and hopefully the rain will hold off long enough for these kids to get to have a big time. My boys, and then Jason Lynn's kids and his little girls, and my
Jason Lynn working in Cookville now.
My great nephew moved. Hey, Jason moved on up like George and Wheezy's son.
Yeah, he did.
Looking good, shredded up.
Is he really?
He's cut up, a little
up there
bit.
CrossFitting in Cookville.
He doesn't CrossFit, but he works out at the workout anytime over there.
Yeah,
he tries to get me to come work out with him in the morning.
Now is workout anytime the one that used to be Hollywood Video?
Yeah, now it's over by Little Caesars or whatever that that shithole shopping center over there that nothing exists in.
The new one?
No, we're like
Harbor Freight
and
Little
Caesars and Compact Discovery, one of its 154 locations in Cookville. But he says it's a nice gym. I never did like that. I worked out there some. I never did like their equipment.
I've never been in to work out anytime. I've never been into one of those.
I didn't like that you bench press here, but when you bench press, you pick it up and you actually tack it right here, lift it back. It's a weird process on their bench, which I know you love.
Right. I love bench press.
You probably would have never known because you never would have laid on that bench.
Yeah.
So Jason's kids will come down. My great nephew will come down. So big time down at Rick's.
Big time.
Steaks, baked potatoes.
Watch out for pigs.
You say you've seen some down in North Springs.
Rick's got pigs in the field out there beside his house. I mean, it was getting it across the field, too, trying to get across the road. I mean, he was huge, just flying across with their head up, and I thought, that's not good.
So we got wild hogs in North Springs.
Yeah.
We got
Wild Kennedys in North Springs.
We've seen always for years and years since 1883. Wild Kennedys. That's for sure. Moderation. That's what we shoot for. Oh man. My dad's got this. There's this one friend of my dad's. Every time I see him in town, he's like, "Let me tell you a Ricky Kennedy story." I'm like, I'm pretty positive he wouldn't want you telling me this story.
How about you run that by Dad before you go ahead and start telling those stories?
And then he got bored and started telling stories on Lindsay's dad.
Did you tell him, keep him coming?
Daddy had a friend one time who was sitting there with him at the store building he lives at now. And he goes, "Let me tell you one about your dad." And Daddy goes, Timmy? And it wasn't that bad. The second one was not that bad. The third one, he was like, "Let me tell you one more about Rick." And Daddy said, "Well, by God, why don't we tell some Timmy Carter stories?" My God, it's about enough Ricky Kennedy stories. About like you that day on the podcast. So, well, let's shoot the DK.
Yeah.
Let's tell Mackie stories.
Yeah.
Oh, so this guy was like, "Yeah, your dad, blah, blah, blah." I was like, man, I really don't care what my dad done 35, 40 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just stories that you want to die at some point in time. You don't want other people to hear them. You sure as hell don't want your kids to hear them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure my dad would be cringing.
Yeah, your dad's really not a tell stories on Rick kind of guy. Anyway.
I wouldn't imagine so.
I wouldn't think so.
Oh, me.
What's question number 1?
Mackie sends in the pretty serious question, jorts or prep shorts?
Say it one more time.
Jorts or prep shorts?
You're going to have to explain what those two are.
Well, you know what jorts are. They're blue jean shorts.
Oh, the cut-off ones?
Yeah,
that you make yourself? Or?
Well, I think like the ones we wore in junior high in general, they can be,
I had a pair of Jinko or Fubu or something shorts. Or one of us.
So, I think.
I wasn't part of the us part of that. I didn't know it at that point in time, though. I didn't know it in junior high that I wasn't part of the us, for us, by us. They were.
Not sure for your demographic.
They weren't aimed at me.
No.
But I didn't know at that point in time that I wasn't part of their demographic.
Yeah, you and Carlos Spivey.
We didn't know.
Y'all were Jinko brothers.
He may have knew. He may have been. I don't know.
He wanted to be us.
Yeah.
He wanted to be part of the us.
He wanted to be us. I didn't realize that there wasn't us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what's?
But you don't have to be like.
Now, what's the other one? Prep shorts?
I would imagine he didn't clarify, but I'm gonna imagine he means like the Chubb shorts we always talk about, above the knee.
Oh, the real short ones, like the pink and.
So if you were a fashion maven and you really cared about what fashion was,
if I was a fashion maven, I would say prep shorts. Prep shorts, yeah.
Because that's more in style.
Me being me and having worn them previously, I'm going to have to go with jorts.
Yeah.
Because mine had a bunch of pockets on them and stuff. I could hang a hammer from one side.
Yeah.
And like fill a pocket full of nails on the other side and carry my do-rag in the back pocket of them. So
with your work boots.
With my work boots on. So I'm going to go jorts.
Yeah.
I'm a jorts guy, man. Shout out to Anthony. Went blank on his last name. Jeremy's stepdad.
Anthony Price.
Shout out to Anthony Price on jorts and work boots.
Absolutely. That's the epitome right there.
Yeah.
A shirtless man with jorts and work boots. He makes it look good and damn good, Anthony Price. Old stud. Anthony Buck, my buddy from Gainesboro who listens to the show now, he said, apparently we've made fun of jorts on this show because the other day I said something. I said, damn, but you looking good, Buck. And he said, yeah, don't judge me for my jorts. I thought, damn, at some point I must have made fun of jorts.
I can see that having happened before.
I'm sure we have, but on some people you just don't pay attention. Like I guess I've seen Buck in jorts for so many years that I would have never even thought nothing about it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes people are trying to make a fashion statement, and sometimes people are just trying to go outside.
Yeah. Well, some people are just stuck in their ways of what they're wearing.
Yeah.
Clint Fraley said a long time ago, he said, I'll wear camouflage and khaki cargo shorts. There was a debate on that not too long ago. I put on Facebook a poll. Okay, is it time to give up cargo shorts or wear just the flat
fronts?
Flat fronts, which is fine too, as long as they're above around the knees at least, not these nut huggers like the prep shorts Mackey's referring to. But boy, I lost my damn train of thought right there. But what the hell was I even saying?
You were talking about Clint Fraley.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ! He said that he would wear the cargos forever before he ever went back to jorts.
Yeah,
he's like, some things just shouldn't come back, and jorts are one of them.
Yeah,
jorts huge in the black society
community right now.
Yeah, I mean they're just a black man can wear a pair of jorts.
Yeah,
and it looks normal. White man, I just don't know. The other than Anthony Buck and a handful of others that hadn't give them up.
Don't know if they can.
I think Buck looks fine in jorts. I can't wear jorts.
I don't have a pair of jorts. I don't have a pair of
prep shorts.
Prep shorts either.
We don't have. We don't have the capabilities for prep shorts.
What?
Our quads. We need to really do some thigh work.
Yeah.
Quad work before we get in those.
You gotta have a vein probably hanging off that knee, right above the knee, before you start throwing on them prep shorts.
What vein are you meaning?
I don't know. Just any one of them, I guess.
Did you take it sexual and I missed it?
No.
Caught it?
No, I think you took it sexual and I missed it.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely have to get my legs in better shape. Shave my legs, probably. Yeah. Shave them.
Yeah, that's the thing about jorts is they're usually like 3 to 7 inches below the kneecaps. So I'm gonna go with jorts.
I'm gonna go with neither.
Yeah. Whichever one isn't.
Flaking out on this one, Mackie.
Whichever one isn't one of those two is what it.
And speaking of who we just brought up off the air, favorite Qcumber memory. Our old roommate Josh Kennedy, our college roommate.
Who sent that question in?
Me.
Okay.
because he wanted us to bring up the cabin.
Uh-huh.
So for our old friend Josh, he texted me late the other night, and we're just trying to get a reunion together with myself and Lucas and Josh, and we're going to try to get together. I said let's meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Which he lives in Dallas, close to Dallas, Georgia now. Is it
Yeah.
Dallas he lives in?
I'm not sure what the town name is,
but close to outside of Atlanta a
Yeah.
little bit, close to McDuffie, I think. And here we are.
Are you trying to say Douglasville? Maybe.
No, there's a Dallas too.
Okay.
But Douglasville maybe is where he lives.
Maybe Douglasville's where McDuffie lives.
Okay, he lives in Dallas then, I think.
Okay.
I think it is. That's
Okay.
where he lives. Anyway, hell, some gun and moves around so much
Yeah.
I can't keep up
And
with
so
it.
you suggested that we meet in the middle
Yeah.
between
Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia, and Clay County.
So the middle is about Chattanooga.
Right. Not
Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg. Yeah.
I suggested a weekend in Gatlinburg.
Yeah. So I'm fine with that. Not in the middle.
Geographically, I don't really know the difference because he agreed.
Well, maybe I'm the only one that missed the geography lesson. I don't know.
What's your
The
favorite?
reason I asked about the favorite question, who brought it up, was because if he brought it up, then that opens up a bunch of different answers that you could bring in. But if you brought it up, I don't know which ones we could say then.
I don't know. Use your judgment like we do every week on this show.
It's poor is the problem. Let's come back to that question. Let's come back to it.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Clint Fraley wants to know our opinions on medical marijuana and why is alcohol legal?
That's really good questions. My opinion on medical is, did they say marijuana or
Yeah.
medical marijuana?
Medical marijuana.
I don't know why it's not legal, just straight out. I don't know why it has to be medical marijuana. I think it should just be legal. I don't partake in it. Haven't since I was 19. But
There you go.
But if you're a grown person and you want to smoke marijuana, then go for it. If you're old enough to do it. Now there is problems with kids smoking it, obviously, but I mean, if you're a grown person, you want to smoke a joint, smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should be putting LSD or sprinkling cocaine in it or anything like that. But I don't know why alcohol's legal. It's worse than marijuana for damn sure. I know why it's legal versus the other one is because you can patent it. You can put a patent on alcohol, and you can't put a patent on marijuana, which is why nobody can make money on it. But
Cody Canada just started something I have to look into a little more. It's Cody Canada, the rolling company.
Oh, really?
And he's sending out your T-shirts rolled up like joints. He's doing some sort of marijuana
on
his website.
I went into a gas station going to Cookville the other night.
The one on the grade?
Yeah, no,
the new one
the one before you get to the grade.
on the right,
Yeah, on the right before you turn in.
dude.
There was a clear pack of what had a bud in it, and I was sitting there looking at it, and I said, "Is that marijuana?" He said, "No, it's CBD, buddy." I said, "No, for sure it's marijuana. It may just have CBD in it, but it's for sure marijuana." And I kept looking around, and there was pre-rolled joints in little plastic tubes sitting up there on the counter for sale, and I thought, that is wild. I don't know what the legality of that is, because yeah, this guy can say it's legal, but is the cop that pulls you over for it?
Right.
I mean, what's he going to say?
Yeah, that gas station. All gas stations have that extra little stuff. They sell the horny goat weed and the
Rhino horn
and
pills.
the rhino horny dick pills and everything else. But this gas station takes it above and beyond on the gas station drugs.
Yeah.
When bath salts were out a few years ago and they had them listed as not air fresheners, but they had them listed as something.
Yeah.
But they were bath salts. Basically, you're taking ecstasy.
Yeah.
From a pill or meth from a pack.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped. Everybody's talking about how nice that gas station was. And a few weekends ago, Country Cabin was closed, and I worked on Saturday, so I dipped in there and got me some breakfast.
Yeah.
And dude, it's not just that. They got glass cases of bongs.
Yeah.
And there they've got bongs, and they've got pipes, and then they've got, like you said, the bagged rolled joints. Then they've got little bags of everything else that looks like weed.
Yeah.
And I was in amazement, and I've never been a fan of pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's never been my deal.
Right.
But I was just sitting there in amazement, like, I wonder what this stuff is, and they had the little gummies.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there wondering, like, will you fail a drug test with this stuff?
Who knows? Who knows whether you will or not? Because just because just because you buy it at a gas station, it says it's 100% legal, no THC, and it doesn't mean that you can go, no. It said it was legal at the gas station that I stopped at. You know, there's no FDA print on it anymore. You know what the weird thing was is I've stopped into 2 other gas stations since then. It has the same thing sitting on it. Now, I feel like they're probably all owned by the same group of people, but they're straight up pot sitting on counters at gas stations now.
It's getting there. I don't have a problem with it either.
I don't have a problem with people smoking pot if that's what they want to do. I've had people work for me that were drunk, and I've had people work for me that were stoned.
Yeah,
I'd a lot rather have that stoned person working for me than I would the drunk person.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, when pot affects you, where you just want to wake up first thing in the morning
and start waking and baking,
and bake, and then you just just sit around and. I've been around some people that smoke weed and it got on my nerves. They were so you're like, dude, you're not motivated as is.
Right.
You're 32 and don't have a job. You might want to get off the weed.
Yeah. When people say that pot's not you can't get addicted to pot. What they're citing is studies that say there's no physically addictive properties of marijuana, which that's true. There's not been any studies shown that there's any physically addictive things. But people become mentally addicted to stuff all the time. Yeah. And some people are just addicted to stuff.
You can get addicted to anything.
Yeah.
You can get addicted to playing video games.
Yeah.
Addicted to anything.
Sugar, all kinds of stuff. As far as medical marijuana, it helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
So bring it in. The problem with it is that nobody can patent it. Whenever they figure out how to make a patent on it, then
I don't have a problem with alcohol being legal. I mean, it's. I mean, there's no way of shutting alcohol down.
No, they tried that in the 1920s, right? But
look, I just
it is worse. More people die of getting drunk and getting on the road and drinking themselves to death than anything.
Like I said, moderation, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Like I said, I've killed a lot of rumor kills. Killed my street cred when I say I don't sit at home and watch football and drink beer. I sit home and drink Kool-Aid Jammers. I'm not a badass. I don't drink a lot of beer anymore.
Right.
But I still love it.
Right.
I still love to have a beer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just but that's the difference in people in moderation and people that can't control it. People that stop and get the same 12-pack every day. And I'm sitting there thinking, damn, dude, you're spending like 15 times 7. Well, no, 15 times 5 because if they're drinking a 12-pack of Monday through Friday.
Oh, they're drinking more than that on Saturday and Sunday.
And Sunday, that's them big suitcases.
Uh-huh. Yeah, taking that 18, 24-pack to the house.
Yeah. I always wonder because, like, if you buy a 6-pack every night, are you drinking all 6? Because, like, if I buy a 6-pack, I'm drinking 2 and 4 sits in the refrigerator. And Lindsay's like, would you stop buying 6-packs? Like, you've got, like, 14 here, that's been in here for a month,
Uh-huh.
But, like, I always wonder about those cats that take home 12 every night. Do they drink all 12 of them?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about all of them, but, I know some guys that I used to work with, stop and buy a 12-pack on the way home, drink 3 of them before they got to the house, and then drink the rest of them that night, plus a glass of whiskey, and then do the same thing again tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm not a drink beer at home. I've stressed it many times on this show. Now I can go out somewhere if I'm with Mackie. I want a dartboard in front of me.
Right.
I want some smoke in there. I want to be able to spend $20 on the jukebox, and I want to hear Chris Raines playing in the left corner.
Right.
That's I can do that. And it's not my lifestyle anymore. But back me in the corner, I know how to have a good time in that setting.
Right.
I just don't do it at home. I don't care. But whatever. I'm glad it's legal. I like to drink beer.
Yeah.
Why does Clay County stay so poor? Is it deadbeats? Bad politicians or people with old money that don't want new money coming in?
I don't think it's any of that stuff. I don't care who. So I don't care who's sending it in. I don't think it's deadbeats. I think it's lack of opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't think there's as much old money around that won't spend it. And if you're saying people that have old money that won't spend it, you're just assuming that people. You're assuming people are trying to hoard their money, and most people that have made money aren't hoarding it. They're spending it. They're doing something else with it. Now, unfortunately, it may not be in the county. That may be where the problem is.
Yeah.
Is that it's not getting spent in the county because there's not enough opportunity in the county, I believe. But as far as bad politicians, it's I wouldn't point to any any one politician and say it was their fault. There's not enough around to keep people in. Keep big business around and what have you. And what really can you do if you've got a big business in? If you've only got one or two big businesses in, how many tax breaks can you give them? Because you're cutting your legs out from under you if you give them too big of tax breaks.
I don't know a lot about that. But I've been around a lot of people in Gainesboro the last several years that where businesses come in on the square, the businesses go out. And it's saying because a lot of people don't want to support those businesses or they don't want to give them beer license because they don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just they said that I hear this phrase a lot. These old people in the community don't want to accept change. And they don't want new things coming in.
Right.
But then they're the same old people that say, "Well, Gainesboro doesn't have anything."
Right.
But a lot of these people that are our age and 10 to 15 years older are wanting the restaurants on the square. Man, I mean, Gainesboro 5 years ago was awesome because you had the Bull and Thistle come in, you had the Spot come in, you had they tried the cupcake place out. Phase has always been on there, but there's a couple new businesses in the works. I talked to a lady the other day that's opening the Spot back up. She's coming in from Mount Juliet to open it up. Bo Smith, Fred Smith's son's opening up a Mexican joint, which is a little head scratcher because they've already got a Mexican restaurant.
Right.
So I don't, maybe I'd like to send a better, different avenue there. But
there's you've got to have enough people to support those things. The people are saying that the argument that people don't want change and this and that. Well, that's just a small handful of people. You may talk to 6 people, and if you're not talking to the right 6 people, then every one of them may not want change, But it's not up to them whether things are going to change. Things are going to change anyway. The problem with all those places in Gainesboro going out was that there's not a large enough market there to support something that's that nice, right? So the Bull and Thistle was a great big nice place for where it's at, but it's not very convenient. It's a go once every so often. You're going to have a core group that'll go a lot, but that core group won't pay the bills because they're going to go in there and they're going to drink. They might drink. Say they might have a $40 tab a couple nights a week. Well, out of that $40, probably only $25, $30 of it's profit. There's a huge markup on alcohol. That, but if you're not getting a lot of new people in there all the time, you can't support that business.
I don't know what their money situation was. I think about other issues or whatever. But you pass by there, it wasn't the front parking road. Didn't say Jackson can't. It said Wilson. Right. Davidson, Trousdale, Monroe.
Right. All those people have made a special trip to go.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make it every night.
And there lies. Couldn't you bring in lodging like these little small tiny houses that everybody's talking about putting those somewhere because you get big liquored up from Davidson County, from Putnam County, from
have a place
Monroe
to go.
County. You don't want to sit there and drink the Hulk like I did at the Bull and Thistle one night and
then drive home.
Have to call your wife to come get you like a 17-year-old because you don't know. Right. You lost like last year's Easter egg.
Yeah, but it's infrastructure, right? You got to have infrastructure around places to support things like that. Right, and somebody's got to throw the money out there to do that.
I think some people became deadbeats to answer that part of the question. People became deadbeats because of lack of opportunities. A lot of these people don't want to not work.
Right.
It's just there's just no place to work.
Yeah.
And
you don't want to drive. You don't want to drive 2 hours every time you go to work. I mean, a lot of people do it, but after a certain amount of time, it's just like, man, what is this worth? What is it worth driving 2 hours to get to where I'm wanting to work and make a good job? Because I've got a family at home that I get to see. I'm going to work. I'm going to drive for 2 hours. I'm going to work for 8 to 10 hours. Yeah. And then I'm going to drive 2 hours back. Well, I just spent 14 hours on the road. I've got 8 hours to sleep. I've got 2 hours to spend with my family. That wasn't worth it.
No. It's, I live here, drive to Cookeville every day. Used to live 8 to 10 minutes from my work.
Yeah.
But I grew up here and I love it here and it's where I want to be.
Right.
And so you make it work because there's no jobs here.
Right.
But I can see where people would get overwhelmed by they grew up here and they had the simple jobs, they had the factory works here and, Trey Crowder talked about it a lot on his little documentaries. And when he walked around Salina, they'll run down, everything moved out.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Caleb Allen wants to know where last week's episode was at. Very disappointed. He said he had to listen to the Chicks in Office podcast. Truth be told, it's probably the Chicks with Dicks podcast with Caleb.
I didn't know that about him.
Now you do.
Now I know.
Hashtag the more you know.
The more you know. Now everybody knows it.
No.
It wasn't there. It wasn't there. Last week's show wasn't there.
It's hidden. It's like the hidden track at the end of a CD. You just got to keep listening. If you go back and listen to all,
you listen to 38 other episodes, then that one magically appears.
You just got to pick.
You got to pick.
It's like Easter. Easter's coming up. You just got to. It's there.
Yeah.
The golden egg's there. The hidden track's there. You got to find it.
Yeah.
You got to find it.
Yeah.
Blake wants to know, at what point when Mackie and Brad Craggett are together, does the man crush get weird? I said, I need to go ahead and get you to clarify and, expand on that. And he said, well, the picture that you guys have together, there's always mixed feelings in the air.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to say 16 minutes in. At what point? 16 minutes in.
That's the over.
Yeah.
So, it's a hard spot. You know how you like when you're dating somebody new.
Yeah.
And you've been together for a few years.
Right. You've been around each other for a while, right?
You've been together 4, 5, 6 years, and you're really happy and you enjoy what you've got together.
Yeah.
But then, like, that very first girlfriend that you ever had walked in the room.
Yeah.
And you're like, and you're still on good terms.
Yeah.
And you actually still hang out.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
And when you see each other.
It's just kind of like old feelings come back. You don't want anything. But it's just like, it's cool to reminisce for just a few minutes.
Yeah, and but what if you do want, you don't necessarily not want anything because that person means just as much to you as the other person does.
Well, at one point in time they did, right?
Yeah, but in this scenario, it's all the same.
Right.
Brad Craggett was one of my first true loves.
Yeah.
As far as completely heterosexual male bondness.
Yeah, right.
And Jeremy Mackey in my adult life has taken that spot.
Yeah.
And I've spent many nights.
Okay. Okay.
With Jeremy Mackey.
Yeah. I'm still with you. I'm still following. I'm just riding. I'm riding. Yeah.
So why do I have to choose?
Yeah.
If Jeremy Mackey is one of my top 3 best friends in my adult life.
Yeah.
There'll always be the Brad Craggets, Brad Craggets and the Lucas Hickmans and the James Hadgers and Elliott Browns but then there's also, on the other hand, there's the...
Did you say there's always another hand? Is that what you said?
On the other hand...
Oh, on the other hand. There's another hand.
There's the Jeremy Mackeys and the John Godwins.
Yeah.
And the Thad John, like all these guys that I've met in my adult life.
Yeah.
And god dang, why do I have to choose? Why do I have to choose?
You don't. Well, you don't. You don't have to.
Like when I'm with Don Asbury and Derek Rich, like Don is a friend I grew up with.
But we do have
Derek is my friend in my adult life.
We do have to make them stop fist fighting over you, though, is the thing.
It's petty.
It is. I mean, Mikey says, I'm taking him tonight. And Brad says, I've got him this time. And then, the next thing you know, they're fist fighting in the damn floor again, and that's got to stop.
It gets embarrassing, but at the same time,
you feel a little good about it, right?
I'm like, well, my wife doesn't show me this much attention,
and she should. She should love you unconditionally, like Brad and Mackie do.
On June 23rd, 2012, she told me
she said she would. She didn't,
and
not like they do.
Mackie loves me more.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Brad. Brad's.
Of the two, let's just. One's like a cat, one's like a dog. Mackie's got a little bit more dog in him.
Got a little more need.
Brad's got a little bit more cat in him. He'll come up, he'll cuddle on you, he'll lay around your neck while you're asleep. He'll let you pet his ears. Yeah. But he might walk over there and let somebody else pet his ears too. You know what I mean?
But now Mackie loyal.
He's loyal.
He's
loyal.
I just don't know why. Yeah, just hey. I got good friends.
Give him a kiss.
Our lineup for the spring and summer OLR is TBD. Working on some stuff.
Uh-huh.
I had a new concert lined up, and Curtis Hatcher's got to go being selfish and go ahead and have that date saved already for his wedding. And Curtis, Curtis really enjoys our kind of music, so that we always bring in. So I can't do that to him. He said to do it, but
you say Rich or Hatcher?
Hatcher.
Who's marrying him? Poor girl.
Well, now that's between you and Curtis.
I mean,
he looks up to us,
Yeah, get a haircut.
He did.
Did he?
He looks
Okay.
good. You didn't see him in our Jason Eady show? He looked good.
I didn't pay attention enough to his hair at that point in time.
He told me that when me and Clint,
I've got a big head. That kid's got a big head too.
y'all sound alike a lot.
Yeah.
You don't realize, when y'all talk, people think you sound like Derek Wilbur. I think you and Curtis Hatcher sound a lot alike when you're telling stories, different things. I think there's something about
He's
y'all.
smarter than I thought he was. Then.
Yeah, yeah. He told us that me and Clint and Brad took a picture, and he goes, "My 3 childhood idols right here." Clint said, "God, his childhood's fucked up." So I don't know, but I just figured with him getting married,
Yeah,
a lot of people are going to be there, probably including me. So can't have a show if I'm
not there.
not there with us, me and you to host it. So anyway, we're working on stuff. Still
TBD.
like to have stuff. Blake Allen asked, did Curtis Rich use turkey hunting as an escape to cope with Duke getting put out of the tournament? Non-legal question, by the way. I'm wondering where to draw the line on this question.
I don't know.
Because the last thing you want to do is make any of your buddies really mad at you.
Yeah.
God knows I've done that enough on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at some point, you've got to be accountable for the shit that you put on social media. Also, for everybody to see your business in public, you got to know, baby, what you're putting on Facebook when your team.
She really loves him, and he really loves her.
It's love.
It's love.
It must be love.
They're sweet.
I had it on my phone because Curtis and I talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do him that way. I'm not going to put him on
I wanted
blast.
to read it, and I thought, I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it out loud.
Let's just say that
They love each other a lot.
That Curtis, when Curtis texted me the other day, and he made a kind of comment, but I was like, I was waiting for you to say something because I've been meaning to ask you about this Facebook post. He's like, damn it, before her, it's all I had was Duke basketball and hunting.
That's okay. All right then. All right. Well, if that's I would say yes. Then the answer to your question is yes. He coped with Duke's losing with turkey hunting,
and a wife that loves him,
and a wife that loves him a lot,
and that she and then they love each other a whole lot. And she's lucky.
He's lucky.
He's the lucky one.
Yeah.
She's an angel.
Yeah.
She must be an angel.
Yeah.
Or damaged.
Yeah. Go on to the next one.
Hey, Curtis, we didn't bring up you going to law school in that question, though.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, vaguely.
Yeah.
He got a little punch. We didn't. Blake did.
That's true.
He said Tiger Woods is in contention at the Masters. Is he back on the booty grind?
I don't think he is. I mean, he might be. He might be back at it, but
he's famous. He's rich. There's girls all over the place. He's never been not on the booty grind.
I don't think he's on it like he was.
Okay.
He could be, but
so he's going from 10 a week to 5 a week.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. He's. I don't think he's. I think he's just been focusing on golf, trying to get back to golf. Now that may be. He might be out there slinging. He may be out there just slinging it around, but I don't know.
I say, yes, never stopped. Even when the divorce, only time that boy stopped was when there was a golf club swinging at the back of his car. He thought about straightening up in that moment.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, you can't change. You can't change when you got those.
I think at some point in time he had to just quit so that he could focus on golf. I don't know the guy.
Yeah, we've never met.
I've never met him.
Never hung out with him. I've never stalked him or anything.
Yeah.
So, has Lucas decided to like Brothers Osborne yet?
No, I haven't decided yet whether I do or not.
Me either. I don't know. I still don't know any more about Brothers Osborne. More than I did a month ago when we talked about it.
I haven't researched them or anything anymore. I'm not against them.
Cowboy Kevin Burchett from Cookville, who DJ'd my wedding, is in their latest video.
Really?
These are friends. They do rodeo stuff together.
That's cool.
Is Old Town Road with Billy Ray really not country?
I don't even know what that is.
You've been living under a rock because this song won't go away.
What is it?
Old Town Road with
Old
Lil Nas X. With the remix. It's got Billy Ray on it. So the backstory on this song is it's terrible. And they had this on the country.
Billy Ray Cyrus is in there?
This is the remix with him because Billboard had this on the country charts. Then there was so much outrage when this song came out saying it wasn't country that they pulled it off Billboard's chart. I'm like, this is where we draw the line. Like y'all let Sundays by Florida Georgia Line hit the country chart, but this is where we draw the line. This is Lil Nas X.
Here's the music video.
We let Sam Hunt talk his way through. Have you not had any sort of communication on in the last 2 weeks?
I literally have not. For anybody that's listening, you need to go listen to Lil Nas X, Old Town Road. I'm going to turn this down.
This was on country Billboard chart.
Ooh.
Because it said, got the horses in the back.
Because it references a horse they had it on.
I guess. But then I guess he thought, well, you know what? If I really want to be established in the country music game, who have I got to get who have I got to go get but nothing but the originator of the Achy Breaky Heart, Billy Ray Cyrus? Because if anybody solidifies my spot in country music, it's Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm going to ride till I can't no more. I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm going to ride till I can't no more. Keo. I got the horses in the back. Horse tack is attached. Hat is matte black. Got the boots that's black to match. Riding on a horse high, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley. You ain't been up off that porch.
Now.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
Double negatives, kid.
Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. See, I don't
understand that lyric.
Cheated on my baby.
Well, I understand that.
You can go and ask her. My life is a movie, bull riding and boobies. Ooh, that's just a lazy lyric. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty. This is a guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to take my horse
hard-headed bastard
to the old town road. I'm going to ride till I can't no more. I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road, and I'm going to ride till I can't no more. I got the
horses in the back.
I
mean, it's no worse than anything else on country radio. It's no worse. The lyrics are
lazy,
brain dead. Like half the lyrics that are out there.
He used the word. He rhymed booty with Gucci, and he rhymed boobies with movie.
Yeah.
And
it's trash.
He did talk about having lean in his bladder.
Which is what?
I'm assuming some type of drink that they might have used to call scissor.
Oh, yeah, he's number one on the Billboard Hot 100.
Oof.
Is that any explanation that this world is done?
Yeah, he's above Post Malone. That happened. What was the question?
Is it really not country?
Yeah, it's really not country. Yeah. The answer is it's really not country.
James Rinks wants to know when Mackie threw the boot at Eric Church, was he biting his lip?
I don't know. Was he biting his lip?
It happened so fast. I'm not sure. Yeah, just a little bit of.
Man,
yeah, like I'm guessing.
is the question about? Did he have to get a little extra in it? So was he biting his lip to get a little extra, or was he biting it as in like?
It's like a girl like biting her lip when she throws her panties.
Yeah.
At her
Was it more of a or was it a?
Yeah, I took it like a girl when she would throw her bra.
Like more of a.
Like a.
Was it more one of those? Was it more of a? Or is it a? Was it more of a?
Yeah, he said, by God, I'm about to launch his boot.
I'm gonna launch his boot.
I said, fire that
that big skin.
And he goes, by God, I'm about to. And Eric Church is looking around at our section. And this is right from 300. It's freaking impressive no matter what you look. No matter how you look. Now, we had the seats behind the stage. Now, you'd have a big backdrop.
Yeah.
Right? But several concerts since have knocked out that backdrop. So you're right behind the stage. So you're closer than most 300 levels. So, but I have to say, Mackie, an extensive background and
hey, what did he say when he realized he had to go get the boot?
God damn, what am I gonna do now? There's my damn boot on stage.
Who talked me into that?
I mean, Mackie, extensive background in wiffle ball.
Yeah,
he's pretty stout guy.
Yeah.
But he made it. He made it there. He's like, God dang, what am I gonna do now? Blah blah. And had to hop around. Rode piggyback on Brent Duffer's back halfway down the hallway.
Yeah.
Pretty. I don't know. I would imagine there was some lip quivering of some sort, but I can't.
There was some lip manipulation, but we can't tell you in what context.
A personal favorite of mine. This is one of the first questions that was sent in when we done this. Caleb Allen wants to know: can we keep '90s rap star Flavor Flav Hickman and please
Flavor Flav
end every show with Lucas reading rap song lyrics?
It may be in every show from now
on. I don't always.
I just realized that, I thought this may be a truncated version of these lyrics. The whole song's 1 minute and 53 seconds long. Old Town Road.
Well, it's got 7 words in it, basically.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I don't always go back and listen to our shows, but I did, and I was dying.
MC Cool Flav
is actually the proper term.
Is who that was.
Yeah, not Flavor Flav Hickman.
MC Cool Flav.
That may have been just your ultimate defining moment on this show. Of you've had a lot of coming out moments on this show.
Yeah.
That right there. That was like peak.
Peak Hickman right there.
That was the best of this. That was the best moment of the history of this podcast. I'd argue that might have been. You're good at what you do. That's all I'm saying. You're good at what you do, because I'm sitting there thinking, God, it's so simple, but it's so funny.
Right.
It was so good. I'm stroking him under the table, by the way, as I'm telling him this. Good stuff.
What's next? I get nervous when people start saying good things about me.
Leanne Mills wants to know what caused the shift from no cursing in the initial episodes to what we hear today. On the 100th episode, Dustin referenced that he couldn't even pop a beer in the beginning.
I quit my job.
I came down here one night
and Lucas had quit his job. And it's more work to sit there and cut all that shit out. And then who talks like that? Who I have such a potty mouth generally, and who never says one, who never says a curse word. I was living in this fantasy land and trying to force DK into it too, and I thought, I don't give a shit. It's just however you talk's how you talk.
Yeah, and we both are pretty bad. I think I would probably get if people thought, if you took a poll, who's got the worst mouth,
they would probably say
win. Realistically,
it's probably not you. Is the thing? Yeah,
it's close. Probably it's close, but it may be you on any given day.
Yeah. It could go either way pretty easily. I'll straight up tell somebody to F off.
And we would not really butt heads, but sometimes we would kind of we'd kind of go back and forth. I was like, God, this ain't what people want to hear.
Right.
You know, let's be us.
Yeah.
Like, well, Lucas was like, well, we got to think about this. And he had a more important job than me.
I don't know about that. I thought it was one thing, and then I don't know. You just can't completely change everything you are. I guess you can. People do it all the time, but you know.
But it wasn't like people went in expecting to hear us, and it was kind of but sometimes you've got to, you know. And I struggle with that weekly here.
Yeah.
Because you know I still want to go all in and say stuff and that's just me being more conscious about having a kid growing up, and being in a community where I do stuff, you know, too.
Yeah.
You know, where I'm doing this, you know, helping do this, helping do that. I'm like, man, do I need to really be
dropping F-bombs
all that I need to be, all that I can be? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I remember that time me and Lucas were going back. We was like, you know, I think some people from some churches and stuff are listening. You know, maybe we need to. I was like, I didn't take a flyer out there. I was like, who cares? They can turn it off as quick as they listen to turn it on.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care.
Yeah.
We've never done anything malicious on here.
Yeah.
As close as we've done anything nasty was probably our 100th episode. We told some bad stuff on there. But you know what? Who cares?
Yeah.
It's real life. It happens.
Yeah.
Some people hide with it. Some people just tell it. We tell it.
Yeah. I always used to say they're just adjectives and adverbs. I mean, they're just spicing up your sentence anyway. You know, and there's some logic that says it's lazy, but you know,
Listen.
kiss my ass
Absolutely. No. Now, as I get older and I'm hearing people just cuss for the
sake of it.
for the sake of that is lazy.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like when I told that story of Clint a while ago, that adds to it. Sometimes a good F-bomb just adds to the story.
Yeah, and if you say it too much,
It does.
it does. It just kind of and it takes the effect away from it at some point too.
Yeah.
You know.
Mick Foley, the wrestler who does stand-up comedy now,
Mm-hmm.
he drops, and people wait for it. He's a clean show. Then he'll tell one story right at the end, and he'll drop an F-bomb.
Right.
And it's gold.
Yeah.
You know, because people, it's funny. It's funny. It's like I said, if you use it. When I done comedy, it was overkill because I was nervous and because I grew up on Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I still done it today and I was the same person, I wish I would do it. I would use about 20 less.
Yeah.
But you'd still use it because it's funny and it's needed. For
There
stuff.
was a guy on Rogan the other day, and let me find out what his name was. He was one of the first guys to ever get. Well, his brother was one of the first guys to ever let Lenny Clark. Lenny Clark's brother was running a comedy place whenever Joe first started, and he said he come out to him and said, "Look, Joe, you broke the F meter tonight." He said, "If you use one every now and again, it's got some impact. But if you just if that's your if that's your and your then you're taking all the impact away. Whenever you were trying to get some impact out of it, you've lost it."
Right.
You know, so you know, we try not to break the F meter, but otherwise, you know, it's how we talk.
Yeah, it is. And that's a really good way to look at it right there. That's I don't know, they're fun. You can use that one in particular
for all kinds
as
of
a
things.
Noun, a verb, an adjective.
Yeah, everything.
It's
a Swiss Army word.
Whether you want to use it in the current tense or the ed, ing, er.
Yeah.
You can use it as a compound word.
Mm-hmm.
Several different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's referring
with
to
mother, with pig,
stick,
cow,
face,
horse,
tard.
Yeah.
Pretty
All
well
kinds
covered
of
it right there.
Yeah.
If you had to choose an alternative podcast partner, who would you choose for each of you?
An alternative podcast partner?
Yeah.
Not whoever wrote that question. That's
I would never have another One Lane Road podcast style partner but anybody but Lucas Hickman.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
The only other option I would have would maybe do a
sports show
that I talked about with Steve Dersham a year before we formed this, where I'd have a round table of 4 people and we talk about weekly sports.
Yeah.
I would never have a
I wouldn't do
like this.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this with anybody else. I sure wouldn't do a sports show. And you couldn't do a sports show with me. Right. And I don't know, if I did another one, it would just be me talking business with people, so it wouldn't be something that you would want you just want that conversation to flow anyway. So I don't know. I wouldn't do it with anybody else. I love you. I love you. Let me hold
Touch
your
my
hand. I'm holding it.
Smelted. Mackie and Brad.
I don't know why my hand's so cold. I'm sorry.
It was cold.
Yeah.
Utterly like dead cold, like you're dead.
I've been told I'm dead behind the eyes.
How did that blue ball bastard Lucas eliminate regulators in the first round of the rap tournament?
Very easily. Let me see right here.
Because it was against Steel DRE?
Yeah, because it was DRE with it. Oh. Easy enough. That had to have been Mackie.
No, it was not about 5 different people.
Was it really?
Yeah. I told you.
I got a text from Mackie on it. So.
Oh, yeah, he told me.
Yeah.
I told you we was going to get some heat from regulators.
Yeah, just because y'all don't have any taste in music, that's fine.
Why does DK hate baseball so much?
It sucks. That's why he hates it so much. You know what my favorite thing about baseball is highlights.
Well, and that's...
I love to watch baseball highlights. I hate to watch a game.
I agree, and that's what I looked at some highlights.
I've been watching Major League Baseball highlights on YouTube. If you went to my YouTube right now, that's in my recommended videos is baseball highlights because baseball highlights are a lot of fun. But boy, games suck.
And that's really when I got this question sent, I was like, it's not that I hate baseball. I remember, growing up, I try to think some things in the 90s. Randy Johnson pitching, hitting the bird.
Yeah.
This bird just in the midair, watching the home run race between Sosa and McGuire.
Yeah.
I was all in.
Yeah.
I was all in on the Sosa McGuire and later on Barry Bonds. I remember watching the 97 World Series when the Marlins in their 5th year of existence beat the Cleveland Indians and upset. This is real life stuff. I remember this. This ain't like where I Googled stats that time,
Right.
Getting to watch the Iron Man Cal Ripken, living in an era where Roger Clemens pitched and Joe Carter with a walk-off home run to win back-to-back titles for the Blue Jays. I remember this stuff as a kid. I was a baseball fan. Ken Griffey Jr. is the coolest cat walking the face of the earth. Big Hurt Frank Thomas. Like I had Griffey and Frank Thomas shirts. It's just, the whole overall product of the game sucks.
Yeah.
You put it, it's way out there. Give me the highlights.
Yeah. One of the coolest things I seen was Mike Piazza batting off Roger Clemens. And I just watched this clip the other day. Mike Piazza batting off Roger Clemens hit like 4 or 5 home runs off of Roger Clemens, 2 of which were grand slams. And he was batting one time. Roger Clemens pitched him when he come around. He swung so hard he broke the bat into like 3 pieces, and the barrel of the bat went flying out towards Roger Clemens. Piazza, the balls went fair, so he takes off running. It's made Roger Clemens so mad that every time that Mike Piazza comes up to bat against him, he winds up on Sports Center the next day that he picks up the barrel of the bat and throws it at Mike Piazza as he's running down the baseline.
I remember that too, yeah.
That stuff is fantastic.
Long live my 95 Seattle Mariners with Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, Edgar and Tito Martinez, Jay Buhner, Joey Cora. So y'all think I don't know nothing about baseball.
Adrian Beltre right now is fantastic.
See, I don't know.
But as a whole, it sucks. It's just got a bunch of little neat highlights in it.
I agree. Give me the MLB game.
You're going to play 6 games over the course of like 2 days. Between the same 2 teams, going to run some series, and then there's going to be 3 good moments out of 6 games that really happen. I can't watch 38 hours of baseball to get 3 minutes of good stuff.
Just stop it. Stop with everybody talks about the NBA season being too long. It's 82 games. It's been 82 games for as long as the 25, 30 years I've been watching it.
They play 160 games.
161. They're 8 hours long, what feels like.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Who can watch it?
Make it 4 innings. Take 5 innings away from it.
Swear to God, somebody Google me, link me or send me a link of the highlights of the night. Every night in Major League Baseball. I swear to God, I'll watch them
every time.
I watch every home run that happens, every good catch, every good
throw from the outfield to home plate. Boy, you can't beat that. Whenever somebody just comes up throwing hard and throw somebody out coming to home.
Tell you, but overall the product can suck it. Why does DK put MJ over LeBron? This is a dead horse.
We beat that horse to death.
Dead horse. The short answer is
he's better.
It's a mindset. LeBron James is the greatest overall athlete. Points he can score, he can rebound, he can assist. He's built like I always said, built like Karl Malone, plays like Magic Johnson. The player comp. Since day one, 2003, should have been Magic Johnson and not Michael Jordan. The fact that he scored into the top 5 is the fact that he did develop a jump shot. Been very fortunate to have no injuries.
And why MJ over LeBron? Michael Jordan never tore a dynasty apart. LeBron just Made Magic Johnson quit. Got Luke Walton fired.
It's
Can't keep anybody on his team. Nobody wants to play with him.
Nobody wants to go to L.A. LA's got a shit ton of money.
Yeah, and nobody wants to play with him.
They're saying Paul George wanted to go to the Lakers. Well, they got LeBron and he didn't come.
Yeah,
he stayed with absolutely the most selfish player in the history of the sport, Russell Westbrook, who boxes his own teammate out to get rebounds so he can get a triple double. If you're staying with that guy instead of going to LeBron, that says Kawhi Leonard's from L.A. He forced his way out of San Antonio to go to L.A. basically, or not to L.A. but to get out of there, and he wants to go to play. They said he'll go to the Clippers before he goes to the Lakers. Kevin Durant's not coming to play with LeBron. He can't even get people to play in Space Jam 2 this summer.
Nobody will play with the guy.
Everybody in his era grew up loving Space Jam.
Yeah.
And there's their opportunity to play in Space Jam 2, and nobody's going.
Yeah. Now, LeBron's good off the court, too. LeBron's done a bunch of good stuff for the communities. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to play ball with him.
You know what? And you know what's great? Michael Jordan has never been known to be a great guy.
Yeah.
By all standards, he's kind of a jackass.
Bad tipper.
Yeah.
Real competitive.
Yeah, I mean, loses friends. Like him and Charles Barkley quit talking because of insults that they gave each other. Been friends for 25 years, and I don't even think they're friends now. And he punched teammates. He was not a nice person, but we put him on this spot. I started working with a new guy, and he come around. He's like, out of the blue, and he goes, "Man, you know what? I tell you one player I never saw the big fuss about was Michael Jordan." I spun around my chair. I said, "How old are you?" He said, 25. I said, "See, I'm not even having this argument."
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Then he said, "Well," and then Shaq was the most overrated player I've ever seen. I said,
he knows you. He knows something about you.
Well, I said, if you want to get hired here,
you'll stop right now.
You might want to stop with that.
You'll shut your mouth right now.
He said, "Well, what? I mean, he's 7 foot, fucking 350 pounds. Why?" I said, "I'm not doing this. I've done this on everything I've ever dealt with in my life." George Mirasan, 7'7", 380. Mm-hmm. Sean Bradley, 7'6". Yinka Dare, Sam Bowie. There's a list of 7'2" and more guys that sucked. Uh-huh. Sorry that my guy can grab a rebound, go length the fourth, throw a no-look pass or dunk it, throw no-look passes, throw lobs, 10-foot jumpers, 12-foot jumpers, beat Utah at the buzzer with a 15-foot turnaround jumper. It doesn't matter. You kids don't know shit. Read a book. Get on YouTube. Type in Orlando Magic highlights. Michael Jordan will always be better than LeBron James. Yeah. You know how he ruined the dynasty? He left. He left. He retired.
Uh-huh. I lost a little bit of respect for Shaq the other day.
Why?
He was on Hot Ones. Have you seen Hot Ones? It's the show on YouTube where they eat spicy food during an interview. They eat hot wings.
And people think I watch everything with him. I don't. I've just seen the highlight and I didn't even look at it.
So the purpose of Hot Ones is they've got 10 increasingly hot wings. They've got 10 hot sauces. Shaq gets to the very last one and doesn't eat it. He didn't eat the last one.
Really?
He told the guy, he said, "Look, if you can make this foul shot." So he got a trash basket and wadded up a piece of paper and said, "If you make this, then I'll eat it." The purpose of the show was to eat the damn hot wing. It's not this isn't a game. You chickened out.
Well, he's toughen up, Shaq.
Yeah.
Brandon Howe the other day, there's a picture on video of Bayless stroking some shots on his ball goal, hit 4 in a row. And he's like, Brandon Howe said, he's already doing better than Shaq. I said, "You're going to take that somewhere else on my Facebook page."
Delete.
You take it somewhere else. And also,
unfriend.
Blocked. You're blocked, Howe. They said, second part of the question, what player don't deserve enough credit or get enough credit?
Muggsy Bogues.
Dale Curry.
Yeah. George Mirasan. He smelled like cabbage and he still played.
Yeah. I'll say, Kareem, 6 championships, handful of MVPs, all-time leading scorer, never gets talked about as the greatest player of all time. But Shaq brought up a good point the other day. If you're going to call Michael Jordan the greatest, and Kobe Bryant slept and breathed Michael Jordan, he walks like him, he talks like him. There's videos on. Have you ever seen that video? Mm-mm. Eerily similar plays between Kobe and Michael. Mm-hmm. Sometime go watch it. He studied Michael Jordan so much that this man, it's crazy. The moves, the turnaround jumpers, the drop steps in the lane, the mannerisms, chewing on his jersey, doing this. It's nuts. Kobe Bryant, I've spent, that was the worst breakup I ever had in my life was Kobe and Shaq. I've never been dumped. But when the Lakers dumped Shaq, heart broke. I ate a gallon of ice cream. My zit started popping out of my face. I was so stressed out because Kobe and Shaq was the best relationship I ever had. And they ruined it. But you know why? But really, Kobe 5 championships, and he's just like Jordan. He's the closest player we'll ever see to Michael Jordan.
He's pretty good.
And he's a prick too.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
pretty
he
good.
speaks Italian.
Let's see. We know about DK's man crush on Shaq.
Yeah.
Who is Lucas's man crush?
Probably Rogan.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Probably Rogan.
Top 5 players to watch in the next 5 years.
Ian. Ian. Basketball, football, baseball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. NBA. Yeah. Top 5 NBA players to watch next 5 years.
Zion Williamson.
Yeah, that's going to be the one that sells all the tickets next year.
Who's that other guy that's on his team with him?
RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett. There's 2.
We'll see what he does. I'm interested to see. I mean, keeping on with the draft class.
Yeah.
The Ja Morant. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see a guy that's projected top 3 pick.
Yeah.
Coming from the OVC, what he does in the league. You know,
Mm-hmm.
OVC's never really killed it in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be interested to see what he does.
Jaquan Marvin. That guy. So everybody watch out for him.
Who's that?
That's and
Is that a generic black name you just made up?
and Alonzo Mourning. Somebody watch out for him in the next 5 years.
Did you say Alonzo Mourning?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Were you trying to answer this question?
I was just trying to be relevant.
Alonzo Mourning's going to have a great career.
Yeah.
It's a cheat code question right here, but
but
Giannis.
I just wanted to be part of it.
Giannis is already. I mean, he's in his 5th or 6th year, whatever he's in, but might be MVP this year. But he's come a long way. I'm interested in watching him play. And Joel Embiid, I like bigs. Joel Embiid's entertaining.
That's who I said a while ago too.
I thought that was the first one you said.
Yeah,
but I couldn't. You
was.
kind of mumbled it. I like
that was the names.
I like Joel Embiid. Him and Giannis are both old school. Like Giannis don't want to work out with these guys like everybody else does in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
He said
Got some
no.
Allen Iverson in him.
He turned down Space Jam 2. So Giannis and Embiid are 2 of my favorites to watch. Since y'all are both hometown boys between North Springs and Herman Springs, what other city in the United States could you move to?
Big Sur, California. Del Mar Beach, California. Seattle wasn't too bad. San Antonio for sure. I couldn't do Austin. I know a lot of people like Austin, but no. San Diego was too hot. Vegas is too packed. That's probably it. Big Sur, Del Mar.
I'm not as well traveled as Lucas. I go to
San
literally
Antonio.
the same place ever. Why San Antonio?
San Antonio was awesome. It's just a good. The city just has a good feel to it, and it's got the Alamo in it, and it's just a neat vibe.
I remember you talked about how much you liked it when you came back.
Yeah, San Antonio was fantastic. Those places.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I just go to Florida. I go to Florida a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been out west, and I've never been up north anywhere. So, I can't answer that as well as you. But
there's a place in Mississippi too that I would like to check out too. I had an opportunity to go to for a job down there, and I didn't. And but the town looks nice. I can't remember what the name of it is right now.
I go ahead and tell you, there's nothing about Mississippi that I would.
If it's next to the water, I enjoy it. I know San Antonio's not, but it has a river that runs around the middle of it.
Another basketball question. What effect do you guys feel that Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki, of course they're just both retired,
Right.
had on the NBA over their time? I mean, those. I mean,
Yeah.
Do you want to answer part of that?
I don't think they had any effect on it. I mean, they were good players, right? Nowitzki took Dallas to at least one championship that I know of, multiple maybe. I don't know. Dwayne Wade was. I mean, they're both good players. Dwayne Wade come in with LeBron, same class, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just a few years older. What did he play college ball?
2 or 3 years. Yeah, he's a little older than LeBron.
Yeah.
I think
They didn't change the game any.
no. I think Dirk did from an international standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably the biggest international player ever, right?
Yeah, he opened the gate for guys like Stojakovic and a lot of those European guys that came over. I think early on, but Dirk's somebody that I kind of took for granted for a long, long, long time.
Right.
He got better, but now 21 years with one franchise or whatever it was since '98. did win the championship, beat Wade and
Mhm.
LeBron in that finals with Dirk and Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd at the end of his career, but I didn't take we kind of took Dirk for granted until the last 2 or 3 years when you see it winded down. I'm like, man,
He was good.
he was really good.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them other than that opening the door to other players being able to come in. That's really the only change that I would say that either of those made to the game, right?
Wade, just seeing the love that one city has for
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade in Chicago was a bum. Dwayne Wade in Cleveland was a bum. But Dwayne Wade in Miami, and when he came in the league, automatically I started liking him because that's when Shaq got traded. Shaq got traded to Miami his second year, Wade's second year. And, to be honest with you, he carried them to that championship. They were down 2-0 in that 06 series, and he put on a show in that finals. And back then, the one-on-one matchups with LeBron and D Wade, that was you had to watch those games.
Mhm.
And I remember just certain plays that he made, like he got a steal one time and was at half court and dribbles with his left hand. This defender picks him up at half court. He dribbles with his left, goes around the guy's back, catches it with his right hand, and makes a lob to Shaq, who's running the other end of the court. Shaq catches it, jams it, gets fouled. There's the play when he dunks on Anderson Varejao, just nasty. There's a block he made that second year, his second or third season in the league. He gets a block against Phoenix, maybe at the end of the third quarter, shoots it from the foul line. After he blocks, he shoots it from the foul line at the other end of the court. Nothing but net. Just, I don't know. But,
Very good players, right?
Yeah, and he's my favorite of this generation. After Shaq, Dwayne Wade's my favorite player to watch. Yeah,
and he married Gabrielle Union, so more
Lord.
power to him.
And she's older than him, and my God, she's way older than him, like 8 years.
Yeah, mid-40s right now.
Yeah,
He's 38?
I don't know what he is.
37, 38?
LeBron's 34,
yeah.
probably. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that the city of Miami just loves him, and I'm glad he got to end. I'm glad they both got to go out on their own terms because a lot of times with Father Time,
he's 37. Yeah,
you can't pick how you're going to retire, and he got the farewell tour he deserved, and so did Dirk. So the two of my Wade for sure. Man, I loved him. She is beautiful.
She's 46. Yeah, he's 37. She's 46. She got 9 years on him.
Man, she is a beautiful woman.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna miss Dwayne Wade a whole lot in the NBA, and he sacrificed a lot when LeBron came there.
Yeah, he sacrificed a lot of money.
He was never the highest paid player on his team.
Yeah, that's
ever.
pretty wild. Yeah.
Because when he got there, Shaq had the big contract. Then when it was his time, Jermaine O'Neal, I think Jermaine O'Neal was a
free agent.
He was highest paid. Then LeBron was always the highest paid, so he never was the highest paid. He sacrificed points and a lot of accolades, but he also got 2 more championships when LeBron went there. But anyway, if consolidation happened in 2000, where would you guys pick to went to school? Red Bull and Springs or Salina?
Salina.
Why?
It's because it's where I would have went. It's just what I would have done.
I would have been one of those guys like in 20 years.
You'd have had to went to Jackson County.
I would have been one of those guys that said, yeah, I'm working here because I quit school in 8th grade because I had to pick between Red Bull and Springs and Salina.
I liked a lot of the guys from Salina.
I liked a lot of, I did too.
I liked a lot. I had more family, and I have more family in Red Bull than I do in Clay County anywhere. But
yeah, actually, when we play Salina in any sports, a lot of times I'll go sit on the Salina side and talk to people. I do. I probably would have went to Jackson County, I guess. Would have had to.
Yeah,
I had to quit lying about my address and actually went to the county I actually lived in.
Yeah.
Mr. Kennedy, you owe us $1,500 times 12 for going to the wrong county the whole time. Jamie Johnson or Chris Stapleton?
And that's just two completely different things.
They get lumped together because their look. I always say Jamie Johnson or Chris Stapleton. He gets all these accolades, but Jamie Johnson is Stapleton, but he was cool first.
Yeah,
Jamie Johnson's the original of that look.
That song, "High Cost of Living" of Jamie Johnson. There ain't too many better songs ever been written than that one.
Yeah.
But then Stapleton is just something different. He gets out there and he performs with Justin Timberlake and stuff like that. I don't know. Stapleton's obviously country. I mean, you can hear it. You can hear country pouring out of his voice, but you know he's something different than what Jamie Johnson is. He's I don't know. They may be lumped together, but they're not the same.
No, they're not. I like Jamie Johnson better, but I like Chris Stapleton a lot too.
Mm-hmm. I don't have. I've got Tennessee whiskey on my iPhone, but I have a bunch of Jamie Johnson songs, so I would have to probably go Jamie Johnson too. I don't seek out to listen to Chris Stapleton. If he comes on in my playlist, then I'll listen to him, but I'll seek out Jamie Johnson.
And I'm like you, High Cost of Living is just a great song. I mean, In Color is one of the greatest.
Yeah.
And trying to think of the lyrics of that one song. He isn't
Going Down the Roses.
No. He can't even remember the name. It doesn't matter. But Bloodshot Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey Eyes, Ashtray Breath.
Yeah.
Waking up in the Chevrolet truck. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. Jamie Johnson.
On a Chert Rock gravel road.
Yeah. You ever been on a Chert Rock?
I believe that's I believe that's what happens whenever they come in Hot Topper Road. I'm not sure exactly what Chert Rock is.
Chris Boone and I used to really debate what the hell Chert Rock really was. I said, I don't know. We've almost been on a Chert Rock Road at some time.
I believe we've probably had to have, but I couldn't say when or where it was at.
Next time I meet Jamie Johnson, I'm going to ask him just what in the hell a Chert Rock Road is.
So good to meet you. Hey, can you tell me what Chert Rock is?
Golly, they're killing me on these questions about Shaq. What effect did Shaq have on Dustin Kid? Well, I dropped Farm Bureau and got with General Insurance, for one. When I have a hard day of working out, like I tend to do every day on the reg, I rub myself down with Icy Hot to make myself feel better.
You know what always killed me about those Icy Hot commercials? They use Shaq as a spokesman and then show a large black man rubbing the Icy Hot on his back. It's obviously not Shaq. It's obviously not Shaq.
And Charles Barkley finally called him out on that.
Mm-hmm. Did he really?
Yeah, he's like, that ain't your fat black ass right there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other endorsements he had. I quit wearing Nikes and started wearing Payless Dunkman shoes for $19.99.
Yeah.
I used his Pepsi to get off Coke.
Yeah.
Let's see. JCPenney. I'm the only
one that still goes to JCPenney under 50.
Yeah, under 55. I was shooting for 55. I'm actually about to trade my Chevrolet Silverado for a Buick that I can't fit in either.
Yeah.
So just affecting my life, really. He's affected my life deeply, immensely.
Yeah, I was going to say the answer is, how did he affect your life deeply is the correct response.
I just love his personality, man.
Yeah.
He's such a giving guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a real answer. He finds the fun in life. He don't take life serious. That's what I like about him. He's the best. He's my favorite person in my life. The day that he won a championship
was the best day of your life.
I cried. I cried. The day that I met him was the only time I've ever been like, oh.
And your wife said, "Get over it, pussy.
Get yourself together." What's your favorite memory of Nipsey Hussle?
I don't know the guy. I've never heard of him.
I had never heard of Nipsey Hussle a day in my life.
Never heard of him. Apparently, he was a really good guy. I didn't know anything about him, obviously.
We just come off this gangster rap 90s marathon where we were pretty G'd up.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm pretty connected. Waylon is pretty connected to the rap game.
Yeah. Didn't know who Nipsey Hussle was.
Never heard of him.
I mean, apparently he was huge in L.A., but...
Yeah, but how...
I mean, people were sad about Nipsey Hussle getting killed. See, I don't even know how to spell his name.
I feel like he touched a lot of people, but at the same point, I think a lot of athletes was like on day 2 of him dying, like, shit, I know I got a picture of me and Nipsey somewhere on this camera roll.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get this picture out here. How do you not hear of him if he's that
I don't know.
Big.
He's 34, or he's 33. I don't know. I'd never heard of him, but, people loved him. People loved that guy.
Yes.
I didn't know anything about him, though.
The show's for Nipsey.
Yeah. Shout out to Nipsey.
For the culture.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in. We're in like Flynn.
I don't know, man. Beautiful girlfriend. And apparently Kodak Black was already trying to scoop her up, and they've stopped playing Kodak Black's music on the West Coast. Because
no kidding.
That's how much they like Nipsey.
Huh. I've never heard one of his songs.
I swear, I didn't know anything about. I didn't know he was about his clothing store. I didn't know about his rap. He's.
Mm-hmm.
What
did anybody say what his big song was?
No.
Hustle and Motivate, maybe.
Damn, Dawn has sent me a whole wow. Jesus Christ.
A list of questions. Let's see. I don't know. I don't.
I've never heard.
This is
never.
I hate it. I hate it that it keeps happening, but I don't know the guy.
I've never heard of him. I swear, I've never heard of him day in my life.
There's a lot. I mean, the only thing I can go by is that there was a lot of people that seemed to have liked him. He must have been influential in some circles.
Yep. So, I guess Old Town Road versus Dirt Road Anthem.
Hold on.
Okay.
Large bird attacks and kills its fallen owner in Florida.
They're not a turkey.
I'd say that's either a huge turkey or an emu. That's an emu. Yeah. Yeah, so a large flightless bird it's not an emu. Attacked and killed its owner when the man fell on his property. I'm sorry, I don't know why I laughed at that. I'm terribly sorry. It's a cassowary. He can be up to 6 feet tall and weigh 130 pounds. That is awful. Don't keep cassowaries, apparently. Anyway, go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Old Town Road versus Dirt Road Anthem. Dirt Road Anthem, Jason Aldean.
Is Old Town Road what we heard earlier?
Yeah.
Jason Aldean all day long.
It ultimately comes down to... No, it doesn't. Old Town Road sucks.
Yeah.
I was going to say it comes down between Billy Ray Cyrus and Ludacris on the remix. And that's Ludacris all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, God bless Jason Aldean for being 42 years old wearing earrings and his chain wallet.
Mm-hmm.
The chain wallet gets longer. His chain was all the way down to touching his cankles. The last award show I saw him on.
He said, I tripped on it. I wanted to get something shorter.
It's him and Luke Bryan have matching Browning tattoos.
Mm.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
So this is something we've both referenced.
Yeah.
I guess first part to be you and second part to me. We'll combine on the answer. Sweatpants in public or American Fighter tees?
American Fighter tees all day long. I'd rather you wear an American Fighter tee and get your ass beat while you're wearing it than may have to see you wearing sweatpants. Taking jiu-jitsu, you're in your gi bottoms, right?
Yeah.
And I had to stop and get gas the other day, and I legitimately drove to 3 gas stations to find where there wasn't another car at the gas pumps, so that I could get out and pump gas without changing my pants.
I'm going opposite on that.
You'd rather see sweatpants?
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big and sweatpants. If you're wearing Nike or Under Armour sweatpants, you can kind of claim that, hey, I just left the gym.
Yeah.
Or I just if you're wearing pajama pants, like I'm a broke ass bitch that don't have a job, and I just sleep around in this all day long.
Yeah. I don't know. There's nothing about pajama pants that makes me think, or sweatpants or whatever the hell they said, that makes me want to go outside in them.
You can disguise the fact that you're wearing sweatpants as you working out. You can't disguise anything but you being a douchebag if you're wearing American Fighter and tap out shirts, because you're gonna have bedazzled jeans with them. 90% of Macon County does it. I swear to God, I play that game. I've told you this. When I go to Walmart, I'm like, 1 American Fighter shirt.
2.
There's tap out.
Mm-hmm.
There's always tap out, American Fighter, and
well, that's I don't even think tap outs around anymore. Those are throwback shirts. They're wearing those.
They're TBTs.
Yeah.
American Fighter is the new one.
Yeah.
But there's a third one, American Fighter. God dang. But American Fighter is the hot one in Macon County right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking if I always set my over under to 3 and take the over.
You're right.
And it just depends on how long you're going to be there.
Right. If you got 15 minutes, you're going to see 3.
Yeah. Damn near smack you in the face with them as soon as you walk in. That's just, man.
Yeah.
I ain't apologizing for it. I see it. I went to Patty's not too long ago.
American Fighter tees up there.
Nice guys wearing them.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
y'all need to get up out of Macon County because y'all don't know no better. Country star. Well, okay, musicians underrated or overrated?
Is there a list?
No, just to give a.
Tyler Childers underrated. I would say Sturgill's still underrated. Overrated Sam Hunt. Overrated Lil Nas X. Is that what is that what his name was?
Yeah, Lil Nas X. Very good.
Overrated. What's that? That girl that sings with Miranda Lambert sometimes.
Ashley Monroe.
No, she's blonde headed, don't she? There's this dark brunette haired girl. She always has on like bright bedazzled boots and I don't know, she's way overrated. I've heard her sing a few times.
Overrated.
Yeah, she's way overrated. I don't know. Who are you?
Underrated. I'll never not beat the drum of Justin Wells and Jason Eady and Courtney Patton. And Jamie Lynn Wilson is a good one that sings with Courtney a lot. She's very good.
Casey Musgraves is who I was trying to think of. Casey Musgraves way overrated.
Yeah, I could see that. And boy.
Yeah. Way overrated.
Yeah, if I have not alienated somebody into this show just yet, I'm about to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've kept this to myself for a long time because I didn't want to be blackballed. I didn't want to be. Johnny Cash is overrated.
Wow, really?
He is.
You think so?
Tell me. I mean, maybe not overrated. Maybe I shouldn't go that strong with it, but
Johnny Cash overrated. Let's what about him do you think is overrated?
I'm gonna take those top two to the left out of the equation.
You can't.
Late life Johnny Cash to me is almost the best Johnny Cash. I love Hurt. I love his rendition of Trent Reznor's Hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I love God's Gonna Cut You Down.
Mm-hmm.
I can always listen to Folsom Prison Blues. I get it. But every one of those other songs damn near sound the same. I get so sick of hearing
that was his sound. That's like saying all of Chris Stapleton's songs sound the same because he's singing them. All of Jamie Johnson's songs sound the same because he's singing them.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
they all don't sound the same.
All of Jamie Johnson's songs sound the same.
You know, and you know what? Here's another one. And I don't even like. I don't want Sam Hunt in the game. We're gonna talk about Sam Hunt
overrated.
Talking through lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Cash talked through more lyrics than anybody. He talked through songs instead of singing them. Johnny Cash is overrated. Johnny Cash don't hold a candle to Hank Williams Jr., George Jones, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard. Johnny Cash ain't as good as Keith Whitley. Johnny Cash is you know what Johnny Cash was? He was a bad son of a bitch persona-wise. Johnny Cash's persona keeps him alive. Johnny Cash's persona gives him a museum in Nashville on 3rd Avenue. Johnny Cash is all of his music sounds alike.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't tell you past Folsom Prison Blues, every one of his songs are just the same. They're the same, man. I don't like it.
Here's Yellow Wolf singing a song called Johnny Cash.
Yellow Wolf.
Well, you're an asshole for sure. Sunday Morning Coming Down.
Chris Christopherson wroed it.
He didn't sing it though.
Yeah, he did. Well, not as good as Johnny Cash. Okay,
I
don't like Chris. You know what? I don't like Chris Christopherson either. Blasphemy, I know. Blasphemy.
I don't like him much either.
But I mean, I don't
know. You're just wrong on that one. We'll just have to go on.
Okay, let's go through this list real quick. Go back to the top.
Yeah. So this is some top 15. Johnny Cash's 15 best songs critics pick on Billboard charts. Let's see. Johnny Cash, Don't Take Your Guns to Town.
Decent.
That's a good song. One Piece at a Time.
Don't know it.
You do too. He took a Cadillac home. One piece at a time. It never cost me a dime.
God, it's such a stupid song.
It's a good song. The one on the right is the left.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Daddy sang bass. I like that
Mama
song.
sang tenor.
I'm not saying he's terrible. I'm not.
You did say that. You literally said Johnny Cash is terrible.
No, I never would have
Understand Your Man, Ballad of a Teenage Queen, Flesh and Blood, A Boy Named Sue.
I mean,
How do you do?
I get it.
Now you gonna die.
I get it.
I Walk the Line.
I Walk the Line.
Man in Black.
Look, don't get me wrong. I like the hits.
I'm going to Jackson.
Okay, I like that.
Hurt.
Love Hurt.
Folsom Prison Blues.
I mean, of course.
Sunday Morning Coming Down.
I mean, it's good. That one's good. I'm just saying he's a little bit. It's just a little bit too much of the same. I don't know.
Ring of Fire.
I never liked Ring of Fire, really. Johnny Cash is all right.
Go on to the next question. You're pissing me off.
I just feel like
Shaq sucks. Go on to the next one.
Yeah, you blue ball. I just think, why does he get the movies and why does he get the museum
as opposed to
Waylon Jennings, Hank Jr.?
Hank Jr. never got a movie.
Hank Jr. Yeah, because he fell off the mount. John Boy from the Waltons was.
He still got a movie. All that Johnny Cash done was take some dope. He got a movie because he took a bunch of dope.
Yeah. Please cut that one word out later on. Go ahead and remember where we're at in the show.
I'm leaving that in.
No, don't. Please take that one out.
Yeah, hold on. Keep going.
Sporting events you wished you could attend. Any game in history that you wished you could have been there.
When you say sporting event,
any game.
Yeah.
Anything. If it was Tennessee Tech versus Eastern Illinois in 2003 OVC championship.
I would like to have seen James Stewart's last time he rode Supercross. I'd like to have seen Ricky Carmichael's last time he rode Supercross.
Oh.
I'd like to have been at those. I'd like to have been at the Baja 1000 when that guy. I can't even think of what his name is right now. But the guy, Iron Man, the entire race on a dirt bike by himself, did the whole Baja 1000 by himself, not as a team. Went unsupported. All right, he didn't go unsupported. He just rode the whole thing by himself. I'd like to have been there when he got done. That was pretty cool. Damn near won the thing. He come in really good. I don't know. That's the stuff I'd like to have seen more.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and read these questions Curtis Hatcher sent me.
Okay.
And before I go on the list, because I don't want to forget him. Ask Lucas if his shoulders are tired for carrying that weight of that big-ass head.
Yes, they are, always. That's why I've got big-ass shoulders.
Traps are amazing.
Traps are amazing.
What's next in line for the OLR concert lineup? 2 coming.
TBD.
Should Nashville have left the trees or got rid of them for the draft? They're trees. They done the right thing. Get the damn trees out of the way. You can plant them anywhere else. They cut down 10 trees on First Avenue to make room for the NFL draft stage. They're trees.
Cut them down.
Who gives a shit?
Replant 10 trees somewhere.
There was people outraged that didn't know there was 10 trees there originally.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the new Natural Light lemonade beer, and how long will it be before Thad is chugging them in the bathroom with very metrosexual-looking guys? Damn. That's Curtis going in hard on you, man.
They went in hard. They went in hard. Just know that was not OLR, but he's already drinking them.
Thad's like, man, you got to try them. You're going to love them.
Yeah.
You're going to love them. Have you seen Pink Lemonade Natural Light? I mean, have you even seen them?
No.
I was somewhere, I think. I was with Mackie and Chris Raines at Woolies that night that I was talking about him. Somebody with Mackie had one. And I think they're anything fruity. I don't see how anybody drinks anything fruity.
Yeah. I've not seen them. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Even when I drank that Angry Orchard for Jeff Mackey on the anniversary of his passing away, I don't see how anybody ever drank more than 3 of them. They're so damn fruity. It's like, I don't see how anybody drinks fruity anything.
That fruity stuff always gave me a real bad headache.
Nasty.
I don't care for it.
Best thing about growing up in the 80s and 90s?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were fantastic.
The culture of growing up.
Yeah. Darkwing Duck, you better watch out, you bad boys.
Oh, my God. Here we are again.
The Wonder Years. Then Boy Meets World, Topanga, Full House, Fresh Prince.
All that stuff.
All that stuff we talked about the other day.
Mine goes to, I feel bad for kids. Like, I don't know what kids wake up on Saturday mornings for anymore. You know what I mean?
I used to love Saturday morning, be up and just waiting for that stupid news to get over with so I could watch my damn cartoons.
Man, Ninja Turtles,
I used to play in the street and people didn't try to hit me.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles, the Batman. I love Ghostbusters.
Michael Keaton, God Almighty, best Batman ever.
Yes, he was the best. The Ghostbusters, the cartoon show too.
Yeah.
I love my damn blue Hasbro WWF ring. Had the announce table on it.
Mhm.
Had all the little $4.99 Hasbro figures. They're about 5 inches tall, hard plastic. Come from Walmart. Every little fat trip I made with my Ma Bell. I got me
These
a new
kids
one.
don't know nothing about Super Nintendo.
I mean, don't even talk about Nintendo. Sega Genesis.
NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Say it again.
Gosh.
Me and Elliot
The
Brown.
Flying Dutchman.
Me and Elliot Brown would tie games just so we'd keep going to overtime.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Boone and Daniel Collins. Is the Suns mascot a gorilla? No, it's a gorilla.
So much stuff. Trapper Keepers.
You remember those big starter
jackets?
Gosh.
They're coming back around too. Like, I've seen there. I follow a vintage shop out of Nashville on Instagram.
Yeah.
And like shit that we wore as kids.
Yeah.
Like, I want to take them some of my stuff that I've still got in my closet and sell them as vintage clothes. It's what the hipsters are wearing, the stuff that we grew up in the 90s wearing.
I used to have the biggest Trapper Keeper you cats ever seen. Green Powerades. Gosh almighty. They don't even have that flavor anymore. I can't remember what it is.
How about NBA logo pencils? You had your favorite teams on the pencils.
I had 38 pencils, and every one of them was a Charlotte Hornets. Every one of them.
Basketball cards.
Bam.
Just getting your mama to buy you a pack of basketball cards.
You remember
the smell.
full opening?
I know.
Oh, they used to have bubble gum in them, bitch. Oh.
I miss, basketball cards then where you get 15 in a pack for $2. Now you get 2 in a pack for $15.
Yeah.
It feels like. Oh man, I miss it. I miss sitting home Saturday morning.
What did I like about growing up in the 80s and 90s? They were better. Everything was better.
Yeah, we had real hard Tonka trucks. We didn't have these little pussy plastic ones now.
You could haul gravel from the road to the box and then beat the shit out of your brother with that thing. I mean, it was real metal.
Yes, real metal. Everything, man. I miss it. I want to go back. I want to be sitting in the floor in my whitey tidy underwear with my Masters of the Universe ball cap on.
He-Man.
Skeletor.
Power of Grayskull.
Man, I'm getting so fired up. Ninja Turtles were the top dog, though. That was the best. Yeah. I bought Waylon.
Hey, we are the world's most fearsome fighting team. We're really hip. We're heroes in a half shell. And we're green.
Yeah. How about Captain Planet?
He's our hero. He's going to take pollution down to zero.
Bitch, what about some 90s, 80s, 90s? God, I'm so fired up right now. I want to go watch WWF Action Zone. Lost you there, didn't I? Damn it! Always know how to make. Stuff.
We was literally connected wavelength wise, and then
I ruined it.
Ruined it. Yeah.
Can we paint our faces like the Ultimate Warrior and Sting when we leave here?
Yes, of course.
I knew I'd get you back. Over under at 20 times. Lucas has had to edit something. DK has said on the show.
Over, way over. Holy shit, over 20 in a show. Sometimes 20. I had one show that had the way this works is it gives you a new number as you edit. Like so, it's recording number 1.00 right now as we go. I ended up at 1.68 one time.
Pretty impressive.
It was impressive. Yeah.
Well,
that's one of the reasons why Leanne Mills, why we don't edit cussing anymore.
It's too much work.
Too much work.
Wildest college stories you can both tell.
You heard them. You already heard them. Go back and listen to number 100.
Yeah. There was one before Lucas got to college, my first year, where there was people taking couch cushions and sliding down my upstairs. They were upstairs and sliding down the steps. One guy in the fraternity that I was in had met a guy from the other fraternity in Knoxville, and thought he was like, this guy's a douchebag. Like we stopped. Me and Qcumber randomly was on campus at Knoxville one night and just went in their fraternity house, and we invited them to a party. So it's all me and Qcumber, and the guy ends up being a douche. And Josh Cameron's like, I don't like this guy. And he shakes his hand and throws him out our window, out back window. Took his hand, threw him out the window.
That's hilarious.
People went to jail that night for going across the road. And because being under the influence,
Yeah.
they walked to a parking lot, weren't leaving or anything, and it's just 50 cents in the club was real hot then. There was girls in a sorority that were dancing on said before coffee table. It was just a beautiful sight to see girls dancing on tables and people going down couch cushions down the steps. It was college, man, and
college is a lot of fun. And if you got an opportunity to do it, do it.
And I was in the library study when all that happened. I heard it on
afterwards.
Accounts made at my apartment. I didn't partake. 5 celebrities left for DK to meet. I'm about tired of these celebrity questions. Austin, Rock, Jordan, Larry Bird, and Charles Barkley. 2 of those can happen, I think. I think Stone Cold and Charles Barkley and Larry Bird could happen. 3 of those. Rock's probably a little out of the price range.
Rock has elevated himself to a point where that's probably out of the question.
Michael Jordan, you'd have to be right place, right time. You know, he's around. I mean, he owns the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, he's at courtside. It's just you're not going to meet him. I seen a guy get his autograph at a hotel over like in London somewhere. He's drunk. It's late night. There's like 5 people. He's like, "Damn, I know what y'all doing. Y'all better not be selling this shit on eBay." And he gives him a good signature. He's like, "Can I have a photo?" He's like, "GD, man, now you're getting greedy. You know, you can't. You got to pick." That's an interesting question. If you had a chance to meet Michael Jordan, would you get an autograph or a picture with him? I know.
Well, a picture, obviously.
I would get a picture.
Yeah.
The thing is,
autographs aren't worth anything anymore, are they?
Yes, Michael Jordan is.
Is it?
The guys that don't sign stuff, LeBron James and Michael Jordan, those guys, you know, Shaq and Kevin Durant, they sign everything put in front of them. But guys like LeBron and Jordan don't sign, so it's worse stuff. But, I mean, to me, a picture with Michael Jordan would be, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't care if anybody else knows I went, you know, so it's just for me to remember. So I'd rather have a picture to put up on the wall.
Yeah. Now, when I die and there's that 11x14 of me and Jordan hanging by the mantle, my kids, I'm like, damn, I wish Daddy got that jersey signed. We'd sell it about $1,200, split it 3 ways. But I'd take the picture with MJ.
Yeah.
Would you still consider yourselves athletic?
No, I wasn't. I was never athletic. I wasn't athletic when I was an athlete.
Well, it's funny that question came up, and I can't remember who sent us that. I've had these in my notes when people send them to me. Clint Fraley texted me the other day and said, "Hey, do you still play softball?" I said, "I never did play softball." And he goes, "Oh, I thought you did." I was like, "No, I coached an adult softball league, co-ed league." He goes, "Oh, I just was thinking maybe if I ever wanted to play and if, you were good enough, I know I'd be good enough." I was like, "Bitch, I'm an athlete. You ever see me play cornhole?"
I was never an athlete. I played sports and was never an athlete. You can see, if you again to college, you will see what an athlete looks like. Yeah. And I was never that.
I'm a pretty deadly dart player.
Yeah.
Any drinking sport like that, cornhole, darts, bowling,
kill it.
Yard darts,
yeah,
cricket,
yeah,
pretty good, really.
Yeah,
basketball, maybe on PlayStation.
Yeah, golfers aren't athletes. They call it a sport. It's not.
Well, you're about to piss some people off.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know. I was never an athlete, and I'm sure as hell not right now.
No, me either.
Yeah.
What's next for Lucas to branch out on now that he started on jiu-jitsu and CrossFit?
What else do you want?
What do you want me to be, damn it?
Yeah, what else can I be? I don't know. I'm going to be a senator probably next. I'm going to run for the U.S. Senate. Probably starting local, state Senate, but...
of course.
I may go to law school.
I know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy that could get me in.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
You could go, spoken word tours are a big thing right now.
I'm going to be a spoken word artist. I'm going to make everybody snap after I get done. Slam poetry, I'm doing that next.
Oh, that's right. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I'm going to do slam poetry. Stand-up comedy, most definitely at some point. I know a guy for that too.
Well, one's a failure and one's not. So, DK, Your Walnut apartment or your West 3rd Street apartment?
West 3rd.
Yeah.
He was
First
there longer.
Well, just one year both. 1 year at both.
He was at West 3rd Street longer
No.
than 1 year.
No, it wasn't. Just our second year of college.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you go after that? Oh, over to the house.
To the house.
Oh.
Walnut was fun. Walnut was a lot of fun. Walnut was a lot of fun for a lot of different reasons. A lot of reasons that I ain't going to talk about on this show and I can't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But I had fun.
Yeah.
I like sororities. And I liked, but the thing is, how many of my real friends, my real brothers, was coming up there that first year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because a lot of you guys were younger. Elliot didn't really party with me much. James wouldn't. James did party some the first year. Ben Eric wasn't really hanging it because I went to college with, Chucky, Mickey, out of my graduating class. Chucky, Mickey, Ben Eric, James, and Elliot. And we all, and I joined the fraternity. None of them turned out to be my real friends. I mean, guys I'd still socially now,
Yeah.
We never did congratulate Adam Choate on his baby, by the way.
Oh, congratulations, Choate. Is he still with Bulu Box? Sure.
And,
yeah. Right.
He is. And as far as I know, then, we met Qcumber, of course. But the Walnut apartment was fun. And Brad would come up. Craig did come up a lot. AJ. But that West 3rd Street apartment, that's legendary. That's legendary stuff.
Yeah, that one goes down in the annals of history.
That's when Brad and AJ was still coming up, and the Qcumber was still there. But you and Brent joined the
fray.
And then West 3rd, that's legendary stuff. And I found our poster that we had everybody sign.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I don't like it, man, because it stayed hung up at the old West Cemetery house too, or White Cemetery house.
Uh-huh.
And some people signed it, and I don't know how I feel about signatures from 08 and 09 that've been on there when it was an 03, 04
thing.
Poster. And people got marked out. I actually wrote on there, quit marking names out. Effing names out or something. It's got some sort of cuss word on it. Because people would get mad at somebody, or they'd be dating somebody, they'd mark somebody's name out.
Yeah.
Then Lindsay got on there one night and wrote, "Lindsay loves you," and marked all like 5 people's. I'm like, man,
you can't do that.
You can't do that. You weren't here.
This is history.
It's like defacing
Mona Lisa.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's equivalent.
Same thing.
What's y'all's favorite 5 female songs of all time?
What songs about or by?
By females, because they said we don't talk about female music a lot on here.
Well, let's just find out.
Let me. You look it up. I'm gonna go just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Number 5 is a tie. I'll say this: Miranda Lambert's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I've never heard a bad Miranda Lambert song, really.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not making any of my top 5, really.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dolly Parton's "Why'd You Come In Here Looking Like That?"
That's a really good one.
With your cowboy hat and you painted on jeans.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I also love Pam Tillis's "Maybe It Was Memphis."
Yeah, Tanya Tucker too. I'm trying to think of a Tanya Tucker song.
Tanya Tucker just fun. I wish I was a
Yeah.
20-year-old man when she was a 20-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Or a 40-year-old woman and me a 20-year-old man. That'd been my summer. That Summer by Garth Brooks, that would have been that summer song.
Yeah. Yeah. I am a sexist because I don't have that many women on my thing here. Well, I do, but there's probably not ones that would make it into this conversation. Those are my top 5.
So, what? Dina Carter's "Strawberry Wine."
That's so good. That's such a good song.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
And you could even turn that into a male singing that song and just change the narrative, and it still works.
Yeah.
"Strawberry Wine's" a damn good song. I'll sing that anytime it comes on the radio. One of my favorites, Julie Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
"Break Down Here." I sure hate to break down here. Beautiful song. She's got also a song called "Wake Up Older."
Yeah.
Slept in my makeup. Didn't get my teeth brushed. Thought about you the whole time we were getting it on. Love Julie Roberts.
I'm just going to default to you because all of my songs probably shouldn't make it onto this list. All the ones that I have in my phone, because there's a bunch of women in there, but they're not. I wouldn't say that they're great artists. You know what I mean?
Well, who'd you have?
Adele for sure. Adele's on there.
Adele's on there.
When We Were Young by Adele, but then I've got a bunch of people on here that I guarantee you that nobody else listens to. Alicia Cara is really good. Alice in Wonderland, I really like that one whenever I'm working out. Amy Winehouse though, the Rehab, that's probably up there. That's a pretty good one. I've got Cam on here. She's obviously not in the top 5 thing, but Carly Pierce is on here.
Well, it don't have to be all time. It's our 5. I mean,
I've got Carrie Underwood's Smoke Break on here. That's not a bad one. Chanel West Coast is on here, and that's Christina Aguilera's on here.
Who's very talented.
Very talented. Christina Aguilera had Stronger. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
And Pink had a really big one, and I can't think of the name of it right now. That's probably in my top 5 women's songs. Fiona Apple's on here. She's probably in the top 5.
All about her.
Yeah.
Ashley McBride's probably my favorite current female singer. I mean, like I said, Miranda Lambert can't do wrong in my eyes. She just is so hot and so
Jennifer
good.
Nettles. Jennifer Nettles is in there too.
If you ever want to watch Jennifer Nettles, just watch a video of hers and all her strong facial expressions. She goes through a lot, don't she?
Yeah, she's
very emotional.
Struggling sometimes whenever she's singing her songs.
Emotional.
Yeah.
But Ashley McBride's the real deal. But I'd say my top 2 favorite female songs, and Julie Roberts was hard not to put in the top 2. But, when I think of one of these songs, I think about the other, basically. Anaconda by Nicki Minaj and Fancy by Reba McEntire. Top 2 female songs ever.
It never occurred to me how closely related those two were.
Well, obviously. I mean, Anaconda.
Yeah. Let me think about the videos on there. Been over the railings of a bridge, shaking your ass, knees, on your knees and elbows in the floor, shaking your ass. Been over a table, shaking your ass, and that's all Reba on Fancy. They're so similar.
I love those 2 songs though, man. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't.
They don't want none unless you got buns, hon.
Yeah. Fancy. I mean, you get your mother sends you off on your own to be a prostitute.
They're gonna just be nice to the gentleman, Fancy.
They'll be nice to you.
They're gonna be nice to you.
They will be.
They will be. I remember it all very well as I watched a crow.
A roach.
Run across the toe of my high-heeled shoe. Here's you a story from college. Chucky was my roommate for a long time, and I had been knocking back a few, hitting the old sauce,
the scissor
by myself one day, and where I found myself was in the floor in the kitchen of West 3rd Street apartment, and was singing Fancy because that's the song that was on. And whenever I seen Chucky's head slowly peek over the top of the counter and go, "Hey, Lucas," and I finished the song. For him. He goes, "Need some help out of the floor, buddy?" I said, "Wouldn't hurt none, Chuck. If you got a minute, I'll take some help."
Might have been born just plain white trash, but Fancy was my name. That's a great story.
Eyes closed. Just belting it out. Opened it up. Open my eyes up. Take a breath, and here comes Chucky's head slowly sliding over the top of the counter, saying, "Hey, buddy."
Why Fancy? Why was you singing Fancy?
That was what was on. I was just
in your head, or
no? Well, I don't know. I don't remember. I thought it was playing out loud, but it may not have been. I really have to ask Chucky on that part. I remember I was singing Fancy, but whether or not it was actually playing or not.
Probably a good thing you quit drinking.
Probably a good thing I quit drinking.
I don't know if Carrie would be that nice saying, "Hey, buddy."
No. Hey, buddy. Need some help out of the floor?
Oh, my goodness. Good game.
Good game.
Jason Lynn. Last question, I think. We'll
have to because we're 2 hours in right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Top 5 podcast of all time did you guys listen, or not of all time, top 5 podcasts you guys listen to?
Oh, Rogan, obviously, as I continue to repeat. This past weekend with Theo Vaughn, got all mine. Listened to. I'm all caught up on everything. The Fieldcraft Survival Podcast is a really good one. This past weekend, Joe Rogan, The Fighter and the Kid, Jocko Podcast, the Meat Eater with Steve Ranella, One Lane Road Podcast.
For sure.
That's probably it. I listen to the Chip Chipperson podcast too, and I would suggest that anybody that used to listen to Opie and Anthony that really liked Chip Chipperson whenever he would make an appearance for Jim Norton, to listen to the Chip Chipperson podcast.
The main ones I listen to are I listen to 104.5 Sports Talk, The Zone, of course, out of Nashville. But when you can't hear it all day long, can't sit in front of you, they break it up for the midday 180, the Wake Up Zone, and 3HL, and they have all the interviewed guests that they have on segments for. So lump that into one answer. All three of the daily shows on The Zone. I listen to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. That's Bruce Pritchard was Vince McMahon's right-hand man who's back in the company now, but they take a topic every week and tell the backstage story, what was going on in WWE at the time. And, little as I watch wrestling now, there is a lot of cool podcasts out there. Former announcer Sean Mooney does interview podcast. Jim Ross has a good one. Steve Austin's entertaining. Steve Austin talks a lot of different stuff. Walking the Floor with Chris Shiflett, who's part of the Foo Fighters. And he has some music interviews. He's interviewed Sturgill, Stapleton, a lot of cool guys. Big podcast with Shaq I listen to. Not as much as you guys would think I would, but it's a pretty entertaining show. And I catch up on some of my ESPN shows that come on daily. The NBA The Jump and Pardon the Interruption when I can't catch them on television. I listen to the Herd with Colin Coward. Also, I'll listen to part of his on Fox Radio. So. A lot of sports.
Yeah, it seems like I love sports.
A lot of sports. Why do you think NASCAR is a dying sport? I don't know.
I have no idea. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Never have, so I can't say that I'm.
Yeah,
I didn't hurt its fan base any, so I.
No, Mackie posted a picture the other day. Well, several people posted. It was like 10 years ago, Bristol. 10 years ago, now, nobody's going. I don't know. It's like a lot of other sports that just lack the personalities.
Mm-hmm.
People, people don't have the drivers they can latch onto.
Yeah, that and hell, cars are going away. It ain't like people don't enjoy old cars and fast cars like they used to. I know there's a lot of cool cars out there, but that's kind of a niche market. So I don't know. People aren't enjoying car sports like they used to. I never watched NASCAR though.
Me either. I've
never watched an entire race of NASCAR.
I went to 2 races in my life. Once with my grandpa. Only reason I went was because it was Talladega. My grandpa asked me. I thought it'd be a cool experience to go with him, do something he likes watching. It was cool. The second was for AJ Craggon's bachelor party, and I stayed drunk. And I passed out 7 laps into the race.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up long enough to eat a chicken strip basket. I come back, felt like a fat ass because I was still hungry. I went back to the out there to the concourse and had another chicken strip basket on the bench watching the race. And went to my tent, passed out.
That's pretty
because I knew they'd give me hell if I ate 2 chicken strip baskets in front of them. So I sit on the concourse watching the race. Like this. Eating chicken strips. Interview with anyone on the show and why? If you could interview anyone.
If I could interview anybody on the show?
Anybody.
Oh. Well, I mean, something that might happen would be either Matt Frazier or Rich Froning. I'd like to interview those guys. And then, like, wild ass maybes would be, or not maybes, wild ass ain't going to happen, Joe Rogan or The Rock.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Either one of those would be good.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to Hank Williams Jr. since I think he's the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Just interesting stories, when he talks about Johnny Cash, shooting cannons with him and all this stuff. I would love to listen to Hank Jr. Or The Rock. The Rock would be good.
Mm-hmm.
As far as can happens, I don't know. I'd love to have Courtney Patton on again.
Oh yeah,
I mean, not again, but
have Courtney Patton on
now that
the podcast.
Yeah, I think we can do that. And it'd really be lucky, but we've had several times. I'd like to have Eddie George, Eddie George, or Steve McNair hologram. Either one of those two.
Yeah.
James had us a good question, but I don't think we got a good enough answer to go out. He wanted us to give our own eulogies.
God. No, I refuse to do that. Best memory of Qcumber. favorite Qcumber memory. Running. Me and Qcumber went running. We used to go running a lot, and we would run around campus. And we were running up past the music hall, and here I was, sucking wind, couldn't hardly breathe, and trying to run. Josh is in a lot better shape at this point in time than I was. I wasn't in bad shape. I just wasn't a runner.
Yeah.
And we was running up through there, and Josh was laughing to himself as we were running. And I was trying to ask him what he's laughing at. He said, "Have you ever ate bush for supper?" And I thought, kind of snickered and laughed, and I started asking him what he meant by that. And we were still running, right? Josh puts a hand on my shoulder and shoves me into the bushes in front of the music hallway. Not a little bit, not like I just bumped him. He shoves me with everything he's got with one hand while I'm running, about to fall down, and shoves me in between two bushes. I'm running up through there. It's one of my favorite Josh memories.
God, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Man, Josh and
he was building it up too, because he was running and he started thinking about it was going to be funny, and it was. And it was great.
Josh and one flip flop is a funny story.
Yeah.
And then Josh, we used to have this really poor, cruel prank we pulled on people when I lived on Walnut, and Cedar is the one behind Walnut, I believe, isn't it? The street runs behind
I don't remember.
I think it's Cedar. So there was a set of apartments just like ours over on Cedar. So we would run where we would walk over to the side of the apartments on Cedar, kill the juice to the apartment building, run through the Phi Delta volleyball court, back to the Walnut Street, run up to Brianna's room, look at her blinds, and watch people come out as the power got turned off. What the hell was going on? And you had guys in there playing PlayStation, didn't save it to their memory card. You had guys that probably woke up late for work because the alarm clock had been shut off in the middle of the night. So, we'd kill the juice to the apartments and then rush back and see if we got anybody to come out and see what the hell was going on outside their apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Then we would, when it rained, we'd get out in his 4Runner, and we would wait to find joggers or walkers to class, and we would we would just hit the puddle wide open and just douse people.
Well, he got that Jeep. One of my favorite. He was being serious, but just the look he had on his face and the way he said it, he got this Jeep, and somebody that really liked baseball had this Jeep before him and had drilled a hole in a baseball and used it as a gear shift knob, bro. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting, the way to feel it when you're driving or whatever. But I got in to drive one day, and it was gone. I said, "Oh, did you lose your ball?" And I was kind of looking around in the floor, thinking I might have knocked it off with something I said in. He goes, "No." He said, "I really liked it, but I took it off because I was afraid I'd get in a conversation that I couldn't handle about baseball." He was so serious, and he kind of felt bad that he had let me look around in the floor as much as he.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
One time I got a flat tire in the car I was driving, and I had never changed a flat tire. Not that I didn't know the premise of how to change a tire. Yeah. But you know how, when you're in front of your buddies, you're going to make it bigger.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "No, bro, you never changed a tire? I'll do it." I'm like, "Oh, do it." And so it goes from me knowing how to do it, but him doing it for me. Because I just never changed one. Had my dad show me how to change one growing up? Yeah. Had I ever been in a situation where I had to do it? No. Gets to the party. This son of a bitch, he gets out and he's like, "Hey, I don't know how to effing change my tire." So here I am. I'm like, "Dude, you serious? You don't know how to change a fucking tire?" Okay. Yeah. He's like, so I'm sitting there going, "This guy, fun as hell, don't even know how to change his own damn tire. What kind of pussy am I running around with?" And of course, he's telling AJ and Brad and Clint. And these guys are just like, makes a mockery out of the whole scene than what it needs to be. And it's fun. Hey, and you're talking about that. This is funny. If you don't want to talk about a three-way scene, talk about me and Mackie and Brad. Here I was, kicked to the curb. Me and Qcumber was love interest. We were best friends, BFFs. And I'm like, "Hey, I got this cat coming up to school.
Come meet him.
You're gonna love him, man. He's awesome. He'll just fit in great with us. He's gonna be my wingman and all this." I'm like, "Hey, Lucas, this is Josh." And they had a moment, and they're best men at each other's weddings and here. And well, Curtis was your best man, but I'm like,
What happened here?
Qcumber said, "Man, this Lucas is a great guy." I'm over going, "Hey, yeah, he's all right. He's all right. No, he's great. Like I love him. Like the big old bastard. He's just so funny. He's so relatable." I'm like, I mean, yeah, hang out with him for 2 more months and tell me what you think.
And then he did.
He's all right. Yeah, he's all right.
And then he did.
And
we would go golfing, man. Me and him would go golfing and take that Jeep, and we would always put the top down, and it would always rain, dude. And his windshield wipers didn't work in that Jeep, and we'd get stuck out on the side of the road trying to put the top up while we were going golfing.
Man, so if anybody has a reason to be butthurt, it's me. I introduced him to the guy, and they take off and forget about DK. Leave me in the dust.
Oh, he's funny,
He
dude.
calls me before your wedding or his wedding. He goes, "Hey man, I got a question for you. Man, I'm gonna ask Lucas to be my best man. You cool with that?" And I went, "I mean, yeah, I introduced you guys. Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be okay with it? I'm honored to introduce you. I set you up."
Yeah. Oh, it's funny.
It's a good way to end it.
Good way to end it. All right, folks. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not.
We hope. Prayers going up.
Yeah.